Young children are among 11 people who've died in a horrific house fire just outside Brisbane. The fire started in the early hours of the morning, destroying the building that was home to 2 Pacific Islander families. Emergency services have described the fire as beyond belief. Reporter James Kelly joins me now. So, James, what more can you tell us about the victims of the fire?
Hello, Ros. Well, the police are now saying that there were 14 people in this home when the fire broke out about midnight last night. Now, 3 of those escaped the blaze. One of those apparently jumped from the second floor balcony. That leaves 11 people inside the house. Police have confirmed that of those 11, 8 were under the age of 18, and those ages stretch down to just 3-year-olds, so certainly a tragedy. Look, it's been a shocking morning here. We've had many family and friends come to the scene to pay their respects. People have been heard wailing in the background. This is what one of the victims' aunties told ABC earlier.
I couldn't believe the news. I was hoping it's not true, but when I look at the news at the house, I knew it was the house. 11 people is too much for me to handle it. Thank you very much to all of you for your care.
So, James, there are reports that the fire took hold very quickly. Any clues yet as to how it started?
Ros, the fire brigade says that because of the extensive damage to the property, there is no reason given for the fire at this stage, and it may be many hours or perhaps even days. They're saying that there was no, that they don't know whether even fire detectors were in the building. Now, it's a 2-storey home. The floor has fallen away, just a shell remains. An interesting point is that a couple of the investigators here were involved in the aftermath of the Bali bombings in 2002. So certainly some very experienced people trying to piece together what happened. Superintendent Noel Powers, he's from the Queensland Police Force. He spoke a short time earlier.
It is a slow and very methodical process, but for the sake of reporting these deaths to the coroner, we have to be 100% sure. In some instances it may come down to dental identification. The main focus is just make sure everything's safe so we can go in and our forensic people and do their jobs.
And James, this is a shocking event that's been felt across the state.
Well, it's the biggest loss of life from a fire since the Childers backpacker tragedy way back in 2000. 15 people died there, and of course 11 appear to have lost their lives in this tragedy. The Premier Anna Bligh visited the site this morning. She sat around and I believe prayed with some of the victims' families, and these are some of the comments that she had to say earlier. She says it's a terrible heartbreak for the community, and it's another blow for Queensland after such a terrible summer of floods and cyclones.
For those people who have lost loved ones, we are, as I said, talking about a number of very young children. This is a community in shock today, but it is a very strong and close-knit community, and they're rallying around each other.
Queensland Premier Anna Bligh there, and before that, reporter James Kelly.